Hey, that's how you know that I'm about to talk some real rawness. Hey. So, the cuts to the government programs. The cuts to the government programs. I have been having trouble when I look at the programs, specifically SNAP or EBT, food stamps, and the Medicare. When I knew I was going to lose the snaps, I didn't even know if I was going to get it originally. I was never even going to apply for it. That was asked of me. And it wasn't like a horrible experience, but it kind of was what I had experienced before in a different form. So I feel like I tried to handle it differently, and I still got the same result. And then I was led to believe that I got a different result, and then immediately after getting a different result, kind of like a partial different result, then it's almost like it was ripped away. And I bounced back and I was like, that's okay. At least I still have medical. Now they are putting the restrictions on the medical. Now, there's things you can do, right? Like if you are disabled, right? Like you can get that proof easily. I think maybe some programs you can just get a letter from your doctor, maybe. But if they're cracking down and making it stricter and they're upping the requirements for like check-ins and this and that, that's just really something that I don't want to go through. And it's like you want to say that, oh, well, people will take advantage, like, please don't judge me here. It's like, And another thing is that disabled people aren't even safe, even when they qualify as disabled in these programs. If they qualify as disabled and they get SSI, sometimes they are denied from these programs. Given that SSI is not even a livable income, usually. And then you don't qualify for food stamps. And it's just like this whole game. It's this whole game that I am so tired of playing. Like, the insurances claim to help you, like, you pay the insurance to save some of that money, to pay its employees, to keep the business running. You're trusting them. And when you need some type of emergency thing or even non-emergency thing, you are denied. Like, your insurance denies this and denies that. So, like, if you're not getting the things you fucking need, if you're needing to fight with the insurance to get what you need, and then if you it depends if your doctor is siding with the insurance or if the doctor is siding with themselves or if the doctor is siding with you. Like, it can be a vicious fucking loop, and you could lose yourself there. You really could. Do you guys understand that even doctors fight with insurance companies? There are even doctors. There are like elite caregivers that either won't work with insurance, aren't qualified to be accepted by insurance. Like, the insurances won't work with them, or they get paid extra from like pharmaceuticals, like commissions, whatever. Okay, different things, different situations. Use your discernment, use your intuition. This is not meant to scare you. This is just what I see. This is my story. So, the reason why, like, I do not want to charge for my services and just leave it up to, like, by donation. One, because it's super fun to have, like, a 1 cent item on your menu. Like, come on. But, like, if every other system, the insurances, oh my God, the workplaces, even schools now, like, if you as an adult feel like something's going on and you are starting to be restricted, or you feel like something isn't right, like something doesn't seem very humanitarian, it's really important to like talk about it. Like, even if you feel like, oh, a lot of people agree with that, or oh this, or oh that, or oh, everybody already sees it, so what's the like, talk about it, because in those times where you're like, oh, I'm not sure, oh, like, political tension, and all this and all that, like, no, say something, because this is like the time, like, before it's implemented and what has been predicted or whatever is gonna happen happens. Like, that is the time to discuss it. That is the time to discuss it. Like, yeah, the thing was passed, but we have this little duration period. if not to like undo the damage, because if we see the damage, we'll know what to do next. Sometimes that's inevitable, but prepare your communities. Prepare your communities. It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter what fucking Billy Bob Joe said to you or did to you or whatever the fuck, if everybody's having a medical crisis, if everybody's having a mental health emergency. And then the systems in place, follow me, the systems in place are that they go to for the healing, for the therapies, for the whatever, the feel goods, is the same structures that eliminated them from the support and care that they needed. And even like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, the structure is going to protect the structure. And it's not that it is inherently wrong, but the strictness of it, the unaccommodation of it, like, oh, well, if you have to give to one person, you have to give to everybody, which is arguable sometimes too. Like, some, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of entitled. So we don't want to do too much of like the entitled thing from the wrong source. Does make sense? You are only entitled if you are expecting from the incorrect source for you. If there is someone out there probably is, who's relying on these programs and is just barely making it, was just barely qualifying, and now they may get cut, or if these people are qualified and they get cut anyway, if these people are qualified and their amounts, their totals get lowered, you gotta see beyond the money for it to like bring you some clarity, for it to bring you some peace. And you gotta respect it enough. You gotta understand it enough so that in looking at it, you don't drive yourself crazy. You have to match the logistics of it with the experience of it, with the emotions of it, with the reality of it. What is on paper, what is documented. It's still language. It's still language. It is still, there is still a force and energy behind it. To support this, to prepare support for this, because now it's even a little bit bigger, but it's like still the same size it always was. But you know what I mean? It's time to add a little bit more in. So imagine how scary, how scary that your well-being is criminalized. there's goodness. There's goodness in it. There's goodness in it. It's like, if you don't know how bad it can get, you don't know how good it can be. If you don't know how bad it can get, you don't know how good it can be. Supercharge, supercharge. Okay, we'll get into like the little reading part now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so something that I notice within like the spiritual community and like the abundance movement, which I don't even like, I feel like I understand what that means, but like I don't know what that is. So it's not true for me. But it's obviously in my environment. So this wealth card, it talks about like being auspicious, being vivacious, being beautiful, like just overflowing, like sharing, connectedness, like abundance, like wealth, like plentiful of love, like lots of love. When I say abundance, when I say wealth, I'm usually talking about love. I purposefully try not to talk about money. And when I do talk about money, even if I'm reprogramming my brain in this very exact moment, just a little bit, the money, when I talk about money, I don't just mean like money. It could be food. Food is abundance, like fruits, vegetables, like animals. Abundance. It is abundance. To survive without societal support, without systemic support, without community support, which is how fearful it is when you are in that moment when you feel you are losing everything, especially if you have other people to support. There is, what did I say in that other reading? There's so much love to go around. There's enough love to go around. Oh, I feel a familiar energy a little bit, like a friendshipy energy. Yes. Yes. It's about the love, because the love, like the love for each other, will overpower, can overcome. It's okay. It's okay if you find strength in, you find strength. Ah! Oh my God, you find strength within other people's suffering. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, knowing that other people are suffering, that gives you strength to keep going, that gives you strength to speak your truth, to for you to even keep fighting for yourself. You need to keep fighting for yourself. But you don't have to fight other people in order to fight for yourself, because there's enough love to go around. It does get heated, it does get hot, it does get ugly. But because this love flows within you, because you see your energy, because you see your power as abundance, as abundant, as worthy of sharing, as like enough to give, enough to share. I don't have enough to give you. I don't have enough to give you because I'm struggling to survive in this society. I'm struggling to survive in this society. I don't have enough to give you. I need more money. I need more money to dock my boat, to buy the boat, to buy the dock, to buy the ocean, to buy the land, to buy the world. Something that's been popping up that I've been elder wisdom breakthrough. Something that I've been remembering is like, I thought something that I said would be like possibly like offensive to the location I'm at, but then I saw some media that proved me otherwise, and I was like, oh, trusted media, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really always, oh, what is the source? Like, it's the information itself, the energy of the information itself. And it's like, yeah, like ownership, possession. You're learning how to coexist. You are learning how to coexist within your community. You're learning to coexist within your community because you're seeing that your community is a reflection. Your community is a reflection of the government, of your governance. Does that make sense? There was literally earlier today. It's funny because my day just started, but like earlier today, the way that I was thinking, the way that I was conversing with myself and my spirit team, I was like, I feel like I'm in an office. Like I feel like I'm in like not the like I don't want to say, oh, I felt like a little president, but like I kind of did. You know what I mean? It's like these big decisions. So I see your over emotionalism, if by any perception, not saying you have over emotionalism, we're actively trying to rewrite that in this moment. Anything perceived as over emotionalization was actually just your capacity to make really big decisions because of your ability to let go. Yeah! Sorry. I wasn't expecting. 144 on the timer. Passing through. It's just because I was so focused. Do we have a future president over here? Are we manifesting a future president? There was a joke, though, that me and my uncle had on his deathbed, kind of. Like, not actively as he was dying, like, but which he did a couple times, by the way. It wasn't just one time, it was several. But, Oh, you should run for president. Oh, yeah, you better be president. Oh, president, president. Oh, president. I like see you president. I don't think I would want to be the president. Do I think that I would be capable? Do I think I would be a good president? Probably. I don't know. I'm not trying to say that I'm trying to run for any type of office. But what I'm trying to say is you can govern yourself, self-governance. Self-governance. Because your self-governance, you're so caring, you're so empathic. Okay, yeah, that's where I left off, is like you're not afraid to let go of what needs to be let go of. You're not afraid to cut off what needs to be cut off. But you've been doing that your whole life, and you've been in the same place your whole life. And this, when you started doing things differently, you felt differently, people responded differently, and you're seeing some, not self-actualization, actualization, but like some real world actualization, like reality actualization, like actualization, like actualizing actualization. Nurture, Earth Mother. You're grounding. You're actualizing actualization. Holy fuck, that's so funny. I feel like that makes like no sense. I feel like patience, resilience, steadfast. I wanted to say stead-forward. Steady, steady, steady. I'm getting like a real like brick house freaking vibe right now. Okay, yeah. If you were to create your own little humanitarian thing where there is a balance of individuality and community. That's what it is. Individualization versus individuality within community. That is what we are seeing in the big picture. That is what we need to go internally and figure out for ourselves to complete any cycles, to close off, to tie off any loose ends, to mend, to bandage any wounds, so that we can be open, loving, caring, and come forward with this true psychically healing, wealthy, abundant energy. Weaver, lavender, divine feminine, creating your own reality, networking, web working. She's also carrying a child. She has like a little, I know, I just know somebody's gonna be like, that's not what that's called. But like a little harpy thing, and she's playing music with the spirits around her, working with the divine, working with the land, the gods, the energy, the consciousness, the universal consciousness, bringing them all together in a way like you're forming. I'm seeing those books offering. I'm seeing those books that like you were given by the fire department when they would talk to your school, and you flip through it and you have like the little things you need to fill out, and then there's like you map out your house and you're like, okay, if the like this is this emergency route, this is this emergency route. Except instead of creating an emergency route, which you have always done. Can I make a joke? an emergency route, which you've already done. Okay, Harriet Tubman-esque. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Okay. Instead of creating like just the emergency route, which you have already done, you are creating the emergency village. An emergency village. See, the thing is, right? For all that we have now, it came from the land. Like it comes from earth. It is a resource. This is about respecting and valuing your resources. Yes, you deserve luxury. Yes, you deserve abundance. Yes, you deserve to buy things, to go places, to feel good about yourself, to run your own empire, to govern yourself, to have a community. But don't forget where all of it comes from. And if the things that you're doing to get income is eating away at the land, those things might eventually run out. Yes, humans are adaptive. You don't have to let that like freak you the fuck out. Like, humans are adaptive. If you're not feeling called to this, then you may be part of that future wave that helps with the adapting. So you may be currently in an adaptive mode right now, which is good. We need people protecting the current resources. We also need people who are looking for alternative resources. Without, like, everything has cause and effect. Everything has cause and effect. The main thing is that you feel good about what your main cause and effect is. Cause. They hurt me, they did this, they did that, I perceive them as this, I perceive them as that. If they're doing this and they offend me, then they are not holy, they are not this, they are not that, they are evil. If they hurt me, they're bad. Like, just talking about someone like that, it's like, yeah, recognizing the divinity within you, recognizing the power within you. The pendulum, the clock is swinging right now. Okay, so this Empress card specifically talks about getting in touch with your roots and getting back in nature. But this Empress energy is like the opposite of this Eight of Cups and Eight of Swords. And I don't necessarily know what that means in regular tarot. I do, though. But like, I do, though, but like, you know what I mean? And that energy, like, I know, I don't have to prove it. Your masculine, the Emperor side is like looking for the proof, the physicality, the evidence, right? The Empress energy isn't. That's why the cards were coming out like this, with the Emperor energy coming out. The Empress does not feel trapped by her physical world. Her physical and spiritual world are not separate. the physical world and the spiritual world are not separate. Science is a bridge to that. Science is a bridge to that. And so connecting back to this personality of the deck, the nature of it, the herbalism, like the naturopathic, homeopathic medicine, which there are people who have overcome the blockages. There are people who, for example, are like a neurologist and a naturopathic practitioner. Okay, let's do an example of this. Because I don't know, I'm a little proud of this, I guess. Like, I feel like, not like, oh yeah, I'm the fucking best, but I'm like vulnerable proud. You know what I mean? Like, so, oh, the food, the EBT thing, oh, the insurance, the medical coverage thing. To be in my Empress energy is to know that in choosing myself, and switching to this job, this career path, which always was, it just is in the forefront now. It wasn't previously. I mean, it was, but like, I wasn't getting paid for it. Does that make sense? Like, anyway, I was like working for other people. That's what it is. I was working for other people other than the divine directly. And within that journey, I've met all types of caregivers, all types of providers, all types of experiences. And so for my health, I actually, because I gave up income to try and prove that community can support and sustain itself, and that, like that divinity, God, like the environment, like we have everything we need. We truly do. And money does not have to be a part of that if that is something like that is affecting the livelihood of so many people. You have to prove that it works first. You have to make it easier first, so that the people who have went through the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Swords to get to where they're at now can have faith again in humanity. If you're willing to turn your back on humanity and you are of God, what do you think the other people are going to do? What do you think God's going to do? If you're interpreting that God's telling you to turn your back on people, oh, well, I used to think like that, but then, I learned the hustle and grind, the hustle and bustle, and the this and the money, and then I started receiving money, and I was like, oh, it was all worth it. How can you reach the top of your mountain? How can you reach your goal without seeing money as the money or like surplus? How can you see that as successful now? That's how you're going to build your self-governance. That's how you're going to build your empire. That's how you're going to build yourself. That's how you're going to build your community up, not break them down, not ostracize them, not cut them out, not make them prove themselves, not make them feel like shit. You're not dealing with them because, oh, I feel like I have to. I'm dealing with them because I know that whatever the fuck that I don't like about them does reside within me, right? And we get tired of that. We get tired of that at a certain point. That is when you rest, you recharge, you rejuvenate, you pour into yourself. And that is why the individuality, even the individualism, the individualistics mixed with the community, with the humanity. The initial setup necessary to bring your idealizations to life is complete, and you are feeling a strong wave of encouragement and certainty that you will be able to accomplish your goals. Value those you are working with, as the end results will be better than you could ever even imagine when everyone brings their skills and expertise together. An energy that's been kind of repulsive to me lately, which is ironic because it's also an energy that I dove into where I felt like this, like, oh, this is this business idea and this business idea, and I feel so smart. And it's like, your money does not equate to your intelligence. Your money does not equate to your intelligence. Your money does not equate to superiority. This is the part. Some of you, okay, I'm talking to some really big energies, profound energies. You may be at a point where you dedicated to yourself, that you had this goal, this vision, this mission, the reason why you see people go into the system saying that they're going to change it, and they fall into the same traps. Sometimes they go into the system and they realize, oh, like, that this can actually work, or this can actually work. But this is your point. Your point. You are being asked, oh my God, are you going to abandon yourself? Are you going to abandon yourself? Are you going to abandon your humanity? Are you going to join the money game? No way. No way. Because this card was like hidden in like my blanket like the other day. Like it just appeared and I was like giggling to myself. It was like a little insider. What is this? Reiki God? Reiki brother? That's not how life works. That's not how life works. It's like the same people that are telling you that there's no way around it. You need money to survive. Like, that's just the way it is. You can't help these people. Like, people have to help themselves. Like what the fuck makes you think that these people need help in the first place? Like, need help in the first place. Need help in the first place. It's an equivalent transaction. Energetically, it's an equivalent transaction. Money can replace the energetic transaction. Money can add to the energetic transaction. Absolutely true. But not everybody has access to money, okay? That is the issue. And that is what I fucking care about. That is what I care about. Sirens in the background. I'm not saying don't charge your worth. I'm not saying don't charge your worth if you're like some type of caregiver, spiritual, medical, financial, whatever kind of caregiver you are, like, and by that I mean your profession, right? If you are a lawyer, you're caregiving. If you are a doctor, you're caregiving. If you're a cashier, you're caregiving. You're caregiving to these customers. You're giving care to these customers, customer service. And Customer service is taught that the customer is always right. You don't this, you don't that. But then they don't fucking treat their employees the same way. They don't, it's like a conditional type of, like, you're supposed to unconditionally show up for people that give you conditions. The little adventure that I just went on, my phone was like tweaking, and then I stumbled upon something, and it just totally like shifted the energy. So sorry if you were resonating with that other reading. I guess I'll break this one into two. This is the end. This. Oh, nope. I'm connecting it. I'm bridging it. It's okay. It's okay. This can. Yeah, this is. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Unconditionally giving to a system that gives you conditions. So, how can you how can you be different? How can you do something differently? Obviously, this is like really specific. This is really specific. This is like, I'm hearing like record breakers. Like, this is for the record breakers. What record you stay breaking? Smashing all the vinyl discs against the wall kind of action. How can you balance that conditions and the unconditionality of it, right? Conditioned, conditioning, looking at that from different aspects. How how do you want to be conditioned? Like, what? You get to choose. I'm very called into like this mind's eye here. What do you see? What do you see? How can you rise above it? It's like nobility. Nobility, mobility. Yeah, so like the internet can be good for folks who can't really like the internet can be good for creating community. If phew. Queen of Coins, Nine of Cups, Seven of Wands, King of Swords. I'm having issues verbalizing this, so I'm just gonna tell a little story. When I was going through my readjustment, my conditioning to be back home, I was struggling with the land that was built upon, the land that was sold off, uh the discontentment, the disheartedness within like the community. And I'm not saying like all communities. Some communities really have it like figured out. I'm not saying they're perfect. They all have their problems, right? But that's what the community's healers are for. And oh my goodness gracious. So white people. White people. Haole, no breath. And I was talking about breath in the other reading. But I was talking about it in a good way. You breathe out good. Yeah, the connections are connecting. Thank you. Thank you. When I moved back, I was looking for like some type of like more like learning setting. I was looking for guidance. I was looking for like a Hawaiian healer, like actual like Kanaka blood, like Kanaka healer, like Hawaiian priest. I was not really like ghosted, but like I was texting one community leader and then they just never responded. I don't know if it's because I responded like a couple days like later, like not right away, but I had an emergent like I anyway, then I went to somebody else and they basically were just like, well, yeah, that's just the way things are, you know, like and like yeah, I get that and I feel that that's still a part of me. They also told me not to do tarot and to throw away my cards and that there's only one way to talk to God. And I was like, well, I wouldn't have come to see you if I didn't receive the guidance from my cards. I have trauma, bro, from mentors and stuff. And he was like, well, good things can intervene. And that's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear. Because good things can intervene means that you can have good things on the forefront. Stomping out the fire, like, it wasn't helpful. I left feeling even more sad. Maybe subconsciously, but or like half and half, but like mostly I did see like I did get some confirmations. I did get what I needed to get. But I was also kind of brokenhearted because I was like, what do you mean you're Christian? I was looking for like the like what do you mean? What do you mean? And then I was like, oh, there's more work I gotta do. And then I started kind of like channeling a few messages in Olelo, Hawaii. And I was like I felt so stuck. But to heal, like whatever that those people like couldn't help me with, I can help you guys with. It's that hippies, like hippie culture, like hippie girl, like which I did not resonate with. I don't feel like I'm a hippie girl, but like yeah, whatever, I guess. But like hippie, some hippie communities are very toxic. Like some van life communities are very toxic, which by the way, some van life communities are because they are trying to leave the system. So maybe I am a hippie, but there's like a negative connotation to that sometimes, and it's because some love and light hippies like they don't always do like they get stuck in that I love everyone's spiritual like polyamory heavily phase. Like polyamory can be platonic, polyamory can just be like a synonym for community. a relationship doesn't have to mean it's a romantic relationship. Like, people can just work together, people can be friends, people can basically become family. And are you gonna fuck your family members? I don't think so. And so you really gotta you gotta cut off like that weird, like you gotta really understand your own sexual energy, your own sexual power. Oh, is that why she did the sexual survival and trauma and all that weird shit? Yes, yes, because it's very key. It is very important. So if like colored people even like enslave themselves, right? Like, we forget about that sometimes. Like, people enslave themselves. So when you're looking for the answer, when you're looking for a harmonious structure, it's not always going back to the past. It's not always completely rebuilding and reliving like entire archetypes and structures and paradigms. It's it's like respecting ancestors and spiritual leaders and the divine and what they have left and gifted us on this planet, and being grateful for it, resting with it, growing with it, finding fulfillment in it. The realness, the rawness. Not all white people live a luxurious life, okay? Not all, like, white people are poor. White people get affected and discriminated and criminalized against the own fucking systems that their ancestors built as well, okay? Listen. And also, if you are a Portuguese from Kalahel, you do have white in you. But you are not Haole, you are not Haole, because you carry that breath of the land, the breath of life within you. I don't, how can you carry the full extent of breath of life if you do not see other people or the land as worthy? How can you fully exchange a breath of life if you are not grateful for life itself, if you are not caring for life itself? Ugh, look at this big ass coin just floating above the unicorn's head. Like, this, the divine abundance, like, life is the abundance. And then you throw money into it. That's probably why the Nine of Cups is here. Yes, 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 yes. I know that, I don't know, like, if it's because people are within the system or there is something within the system that is more advanced that I'm just not seeing. I'm sorry, I just don't understand, like, turning your backs to people. And that's coming from someone who has cut people off her whole life. Just saying. And in cutting off, like, like, I had my, like, my petty phases for sure, but you don't, you don't, like, I'm not, like, you don't take someone else's cup. It's like, the money isn't gonna fucking matter in the end. It's not. Not when the trees are dying. Not when the invasive species take over and drain all the resources. Like, you're fighting for ease, you're fighting for the system. It looks like it's interdimensional, it looks like it's beneficial, and in some ways it is, but, like, your concerns, your well-being is not gonna fucking matter if the well-being of the earth is, like, crumbling. Yours will soon fall after. And you'll almost wish that yours would have crumbled before. Do you understand what I'm saying? Holy fuck, this is an intense spread. I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys. We're all here together. We are all here together. We're just observing. We're just looking. We're just reflecting. You do not have to adhere or change or absorb any of this message that is coming out. However, if it does help you make change, positive change within yourself, within your life, by feeling confident, feeling seen and heard, good, good, good. You guys hear me out. I mean, I don't know the history of it, right? Like, I haven't researched hippies, but like, as I'm like talking about how the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let me just get it out. This is what helped me with the colonization of Hawaii was white people like maybe got, some of them got discriminalized against less. But maybe the children that saw the cracks, the facades, they became the hippies. They left the system, and within leaving the system, yeah, there's some that get stuck in that, like, certain paradigms, certain, like, not using their spiritual abilities to benefit the community as a whole, getting stuck in between the system that they left and the system they were building. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, like, you see a lot of, like, white spiritualists and, like, a lot of white people with the capacity, or, like, they want to help. And it is because they see the system. But then sometimes the oppressed see them as the system. And so then they get hurt and they get stuck. And then communities do that within themselves as well to their own people. Like, you know, how much blood you got, pure blood, pure this, pure that. Oh, almost no pure blood, and gotta save the blood, and gotta do this, and gotta do that. And it gets really hard. It gets really hard. And with all that shit, you think you people have fucking time to worry about money? Fuck. What? You think people have time to worry? Like, what do you mean? People's families are fucking dying. People's lands are dying. People's plants are dying. There's, like, other normal, like, worldly things. Like, well, first of all, I would just like to say that I read there was an article about the coconut rhinoceros beetle today in the local newspaper, and they're like, it might be able to be contained on Big Island, but, like, Kauai and Oahu is fucked. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And in my personal experience, not you know, soil, how you buy your soil, how you buy your gardening supplies. Do you do it in the way that the land is used to, the way that the land was, like, do you feed the land? How are you feeding the land? Is what you're feeding the land coming from outside of the land? That's how stuff like this happens. You don't wanting more than you need, needing more than you want. You're recalibrating. Yeah, because that's in the deck. The Queen of Coins kind of talks about what truly fulfills you, what truly, like, brings you joy. Where do you truly radiate? Where do you feel warmth? re-evaluating. Because if we all consciously make this decision together, then it will pay off. And it's not that like one set of conditions or structures will take over another. No, that is the issue in all of the structures, right? Like, okay, Japan healthcare, the quality of care, amazing. Medical supplies just available in stores. That's great. Pedophilia and over weird sexualization is a problem though. Used panty thingies, kind of a problem a little bit. Like over sexualization, because then the children, the kids, they're targeted. You know what I mean? It's like that suppression from that overworking. Do you get what I mean? Like that real hardworking Asian blood. You know what I mean? That's part of the system too. Oh God, breakthrough, 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 breakthrough. Yeah, we're going for it all. You're going for it all. Within your community, you're going for it all. Going for broke. Page of coins. Go for broke. Holy fuck. The Hanged Man. So this hanged man talks a little bit, the part that I picked up on about being forced to sit still. And then this page of coins talks about like pragmatism and down to earthness, connecting with, like, you are sitting with the earth. You are sitting with everything and everyone and trying to figure out the best option. And you can only brainstorm so much before you need to release that energy and let a new energy come back to you. Fucking for real self-governance, like literally ho 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 ho. So my point of that was basically that, like, you know, certain people have felt enough peace to be able to kind of show you, like, what is available to you and what is possible. It's like you're weaning off of, it could be super personal, it could be like negative self-view, because that's part of like the society, like how you view yourself, the standards in which you view yourself. Are they truly your own? Are they someone else's? If they are someone else's, whose are you looking at? And then you make your own. And when you feel strong in that, like, right, like allowing freedom for everyone, allowing for freedom, but not for disrespect, which is hard because disrespect can be perspective. Disrespect can be perspective. So you got to look at the force of life, like the force of life itself. Not, oh, did I hurt their feeling? Oh, did I do, like, the force of life itself, not, oh, what somebody tells you to do. The spirit, the entity, the God, the land, the place, the people that you are talking to. Do they feel respected? How can you come to a compromise? And how do you truly respect life? You love it unconditionally. So I know this was a lot, but going forth, just love yourself unconditionally, because when you love yourself without the conditions, You are loving yourself with conditions until you release all of those conditions, because it's not possible to spot all of them right away. Trust. And conditions aren't necessarily bad. No, conditions aren't necessarily bad, but what are we conditioning towards? What are we conditioning to? Radiance, commune, God, the God card. Oh, love yourself unconditionally. Just love yourself unconditionally. Just love yourself. Whatever you're doing right now, whatever you're feeling right now, love it. Love you. Love it. Whatever you feel like isn't working, whatever disheartens you, love it. Love it. That is your power, is your love. Your groundedness, your insightfulness, your ability to observe, your ability to retain, your ability to like regurgitate, but like not in a bad way. Because like regurgitating like is what the birds do to like feed the babies. It's still the same food. It's just a little more digestible. You get to choose. You get to choose to work towards being more digestible. Oh. It's like yeah, I was getting a weird fucking message about Tylenol the other day. It's like giving rapid release gel. You are your rapid release gel, your spiritual team, your guidance, your loved ones. That's your rapid release gel. We can build what we need. We can create what we need. You do not have to be afraid. You don't have to be fearful. You can walk away feeling empowered. You can walk towards feeling empowered. Yay, yay, yay!